7 Epic Battles at Sea. Captain Elias Drake stared out over the roiling Black Sea, his knuckles white on the wheel of the Vigilant. The storm had passed, but the sky was still bruised with rage. Thunder rumbled in the distance, a warning or a memory. His crew, battered and thinned, worked silently, glancing often at the horizon, as if expecting another assault. They were not wrong. This was the 7th time. 6 times already they had faced death. 6 times they'd been ambushed by corsairs, privateers, sea beasts, and once, even their own kind under the flag of a dead empire. Each attack had been more brutal than the last. And each time Elias had survived. But he had paid in blood and bone. Half his crew were gone. His left arm hung useless, shattered by shrapnel from a cursed cannon. Below deck, First Mate Arlen was tending to what was left of the charts, muttering curses in 6 languages. "They're not random," Arlen said, when Elias joined him. "The attacks. They're hurting us." "Who?" Elias asked, though the answer had already begun to settle in his bones. Arlen looked up, his one good eye glinting. "Who do you think?" "The Leviathan Order." "You stole from them." "No," Elias said, jaw tight. "I freed what they enslaved." That was the beginning of it all. Battle 1. The Forbidden Island. The girl. She had been no more than 16, with eyes like phosphorescence and chains around her wrists. A sea witch, or so the Order had believed. Elias hadn't cared. He had seen the bruises, the fear, and had torn her from their fortress, leaving behind fire and iron. She had vanished during Battle 4. Or so he'd thought. "She's alive," Arlen said. "I'd bet my soul on it." "You already did," Elias muttered, remembering the dark pact Arlen had made to summon winds during Battle 2. Up on deck, the lookout screamed. "Ship! Starboard!" Elias ran, every step like lightning through his broken ribs. In the distance, through the thinning fog, a massive silhouette emerged, the Harrow. The Leviathan Order's flagship. Black sails stitched with bone. No ship in the known world matched her for speed or terror. Battle 7 had begun. The crew scrambled. Gunner Lita spun the rear cannon into place, face smeared with oil and blood. "1 shot," she said. "That's all I've got left." "Make it count," Elias said, gripping the rail as the sea surged. The Harrow didn't fire. It advanced silently, like a shark circling a sinking raft. Then a horn blast, long and low. And she appeared. Standing at the bow was the girl, older now, her sea-colored eyes burning, hair like kelp in a storm. No chains. No fear. Elias felt the truth gut him like a dagger. She hadn't been taken. She had returned. "Drake," her voice echoed across the water, amplified by magic. "You took me from them, and in doing so, made me one of them." "You asked me to save you," Elias called back. "And I was reborn," she said. "But every rebirth demands a death." The wind stopped. The sea stilled. And then the Harrow unleashed its horror. The sea split open. Tentacles, thick as trees, rose from the deep, thrashing, shrieking. The Vigilant rocked violently. One sailor screamed as he was pulled overboard. "The Leviathan," Arlen whispered, "is real." Lita fired. The cannonball struck the nearest tentacle. It recoiled, shrieking, but not defeated. Elias saw it now. The girl wasn't commanding the beast. She was it. Bound by their rituals, transformed by their cruelty, she had become the Order's final weapon. The battles had not been punishment. They had been rituals. Each one, a trial. Blood paid for power. Sacrifice fueling transformation. And Elias had been her final offering. "No," Elias whispered. "I won't be your end." The girl stepped forward on the deck of the Harrow, the sea rising to meet her feet. Her body shimmered with sea magic, skin webbed with glowing lines. "You have no choice," she said. Elias turned to Arlen. "The runes. The ones you carved into the keel during Battle 5, do they still hold?" "They should," Arlen said. Why? We sail into the storm. Elias. She wants me. Not the crew. Not the ship. So we give her that. The runes were ancient, anchors to the veil, the border between sea and sky. If they passed through the storm, they might outrun time itself, or be lost forever. Elias took the wheel. "Hold on," he roared. The Vigilant turned hard, catching the wind. The tentacles followed, crashing into waves, toppling masts. But they gained speed. Clouds churned. The sky opened like a wound. The girl screamed, a sound that shattered glass and bone. Lightning struck the deck. Fire bloomed. Elias drove the ship straight into the heart of the storm. Then, silence. The sea vanished. They were drifting in blue mist. No wind. No stars. And standing at the bow was the girl. Alone. "No ship can escape the Leviathan," she said. Elias stepped forward. "Then we don't escape. We end it." He raised his arm, the broken one. In his palm was a sliver of the sea crystal they had stolen in Battle 3. Infused with pure oceanic energy. Deadly in the right hands. "I'm sorry," Elias said, and crushed it. The world exploded in light. The mist caught fire. The girl's scream became song, high and terrible. Her form shimmered, the Leviathan unraveling from her soul. She collapsed to the deck, gasping, human again. The sea returned. The ship floated, charred but whole. The Harrow was gone. And so was the Order. Months later, a rebuilt Vigilant docked quietly in a forgotten cove. The crew was new, the wounds healed, but Elias never sailed without looking over his shoulder. The girl, Mira, remained silent, watching the waves. "Was it really over?" Arlen asked once. "No," Elias said. "But the battles are no longer at sea." And as the tide pulled out, something moved beneath the surface, something ancient, waiting.